Hello everyone, I'm going to give you some hints for a problem on the final exam, and this problem is related to chapter 21. And I found a problem that's going to be similar at the end of the chapter. So at the end of chapter 21, there are some problems that the textbook gives you. If you look at problem number 4, right here, problem number 4, you are going to see this. Now, this is for the 16th chapter, 16th edition. If you have the 15th edition, all you have to do is look for a problem that looks like this in the 15th edition, and then you could follow the steps that I'm going to do for the 16th edition. So basically, all I'm interested in is the first 4 parts, not all of them, just the first 4 parts of this problem. And what we're doing here is we got 2 countries, alpha and beta. And these 2 countries can produce 2 types of goods, pearls or pineapples. And you're given their production possibilities right here. Now, the first thing you have to do is graph these production possibilities. And this is quite straightforward. I'm going to show you the easy way of graphing this. What you're going to do is we want to find the 2 endpoints on the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. So here we have pineapples on the vertical, pearls on the horizontal. So pineapples are on the vertical. So you can see here for alpha, pineapples are 30. So the first data point is going to be here 30. And then look at the very bottom now. Pearls are 12 when pineapples are 0. So that means pearls are going to be 12 right here. So I'm going to connect. Let me get a straight line. I'm going to connect 30 pineapples to 12 pearl. That's right about here. That's 12. So 30 to 12. 30 to 12. Let's do beta. Well, pineapples are 20 when pearls are 0. So 20 is going to be right here. And then pearls are 50 when pineapples are 0. So that's going to be 20 to 50 right here. So 20 pineapples to 50 pearls. So far, so good. Part 1 is complete. Part 2, what is the opportunity cost of pineapples for each island? So what this is asking is, if alpha produces 1 pineapple, how many pearls do they have to give up? When beta produces 1 pineapple, how many pearls does it have to give up? And the way you're going to do this is, I'm going to write the 2 extremes, 30 pineapples to 12 pearls for alpha. So I'm going to write down alpha right here. First, I'm going to type in alpha. Alpha. And then I'm going to put beta right here, beta. Now, for alpha, let's go back to alpha. Let me just get my little pen right here. They have 30 pineapples for 12 pearls. Now what I want to do is I want to figure out, if I produce only 1 pineapple, pineapples are over here, pearls are over here. If I only produce 1 pineapple, how many pearls do I have to give up? Well, the way you're going to do this is you're going to divide both sides by 30, because I want pineapples to be 1. So if I divide this by 30, this is going to turn into a 1. Now I got to divide this by 30. Now let's get the handy calculator out. And so this 12 divided by 30, that's 0.4. So that's 0.4. Now what this is saying is, when alpha produces 1 pineapple, it has to give up 0.4 pearls. Now let's do beta. Beta is going to be 20 pineapples and 50 pearls. Now again, I want, let me just get 50 here. That was not good. Out of there. I just want to get, that 5 looks a little bit better. 50. Now, I want, this is pineapples, these are pearls. I want these, I want to get pineapples to 1, so I divide that by 20. That's going to be 1 pineapple. Now if I divide this by 20, I'm going to divide this by 20. Let's get the trusty calculator. So 50 divided by 20, that's 2.5. So what this is saying is when beta produces 1 pineapple, it has to give up 2.5 pearls. So we just figured out here, this is the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of pineapples is 0.4 in alpha, and it's 0.25 in beta. What's C? Which island has a comparative advantage in pineapples? Now, that means, what comparative advantage means is which island gives up the least to produce pineapples. And you can see here, alpha gives up only 1.4 pearls for 1 pineapple. Beta has to give up 2.5 pearls. So you could see alpha gives up the least. When they need to produce a pineapple, they only have to give up this many pearls. When beta produces a pineapple, this is how many pearls they have to give up. So alpha has the comparative advantage because alpha gives up the least when it produces pineapples. So that's the answer to C. Now, which island has the comparative advantage in pearl production? Well, let's get rid of all of this. And let's do the same thing, but instead of doing it in terms of pineapples, we're going to do it in terms of pearls. Let's do alpha first. Well, so we're going to have pearls on this side. So let's look at the extreme. 12 pearls. 30, so 12 pearls, 30 pineapples. And we want pearls to be 1, so I'm going to divide that by 12 on each side. That's going to be 1 pearl, and this is going to be 30 divided by 12. So let me get my trusty calculator here. 30 sorry, my keyboard's not working. 30 divided by 12. That's 2.5. 2.5. What about beta? Well, pearls are going to be 50 to 20. Well, I want pearls to be 1, so I'm going to divide that by 50. That's going to be 1. Now, if I divide this by 50, I got to divide this by 50. And 20 divided by 50, 20 divided by 50 is going to be 0.4. 0.4. So for every 1 pearl alpha gives up, for every 1 pearl that alpha produces, they have to give up 2.5 pineapples. For every pearl that beta produces, they have to give up 0.4 pineapples. So who gives up the least to produce a pearl? Well, you could see beta only has to give up 0.4 pineapples to produce one pearl, so beta has the comparative advantage in when it comes to pearl production. And that's what would be the answer for part D. So we're going to have a question like this on the final exam. I want you to figure out the comparative advantage for two countries when you see a production possibilities curve like this, and you just solve it like the way I showed it to you right here. Hopefully this helps.